Kia ora whanau. Happy Saturday morning to ya. Hey, my name is Simon. I'm a Thermomix consultant based out in the very lovely West Auckland. And today I'm really excited because I'm going to be making my Christmas cake. Now, I like to make my Christmas cake a few months before Christmas, and it means that because I feed it as we go, which basically means poking holes in the cake and drizzling some brandy over it. So what you want to do is have at least 6 weeks before you want to eat it. So yeah, I'm getting well prepared. Now what I have previously done, I have got my my Christmas cake mix here. So I've got some fruit cake mix. I've also put in some some zest. So I've got that, and I've also got some cherries in there as well. And I've had this soaking in brandy. It's been soaking in brandy for about the last 6 weeks. So in the recipe, hey Vicky, how are you, my sweet? In the recipe, it says to soak them overnight. And of course, if you don't want to use brandy, you've got a couple of other things you could try. You could do ginger ale, seems to be a really, really popular one. Or apparently you can also use orange juice. So there you go. I've chosen to go for the brandy. It's Christmas. So yeah, if you're wondering why my cherries are not so bright red as they normally come out when they're glacéed, it's just because it's been soaking in that brandy. Right, here we go. I've got the recipe on my Thermomix ready to go in my week. Now, I previously put a post out and asked people for their favourite Christmas cake recipes, and I've been looking at a whole pile of options. The 3 ingredient Christmas cake seems really popular, but I made this last year, and I'm having a really, really hard time moving away from it because it's such a lovely recipe. Yeah, it's just beautiful. So here we go. Let's start cooking. So I've already done the first step, which, as you know, is we're going through and putting 700 grams of mixed fruit and soaking it in 300 grams of brandy, and that's going to be for as long as possible. I've got my oven preheating to 140 degrees. And instead of the next step, which says to line a baking tray with a couple of layers of baking paper, because what we're actually doing is insulating the outside of the tin so that as the cake cooks, because it's a long cook, we don't want the outside of the cake getting overdone. So what I'm going to use instead, I've got my dough mat. So the dough mat that we typically use for dough, I've got that folded in half, and it's sitting in my oven just on an oven rack, and that's just going to protect the bottom of my pan from getting direct heat on it. So what I have done, I have greased and lined my cake tin. I'm using a 23 centimetre cake tin from the mix shop. So as well as greasing and lining the inside of it, I've got my triple layer of baking paper wrapped around the outside, and again, this just insulates the outside of it. Hey Kelly, thanks for joining me. And it just means again that we're not going to have our cake getting burnt on the edges because it's such a long bake. So yeah, single layer on the inside, triple layer on the outside tied with string, and in the oven this is going to sit on my silicone bread mat just to protect it from having direct heat on it as well. So here we go. Right. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Here we go. So into the bowl, I am going to drop in 200 grams of butter, just following the instructions here. I've already got my butter cubed. And we're also going to throw in 200 grams of brown sugar. I make the best cakes. Oh, thank you. I like trying new things out, like I'm really into trying new recipes. Have you noticed I'm wearing my Christmas shirt? I thought, look, if I'm going to be doing a Christmas cake, I need to be wearing Christmassy stuff. So here we go, 200 grams of brown sugar. And let's see, here we go, 160. I do like a traditional Christmas cake, as you probably already worked out. It was what I was brought up with. And yeah. I know for a few people it's not their thing, but yeah, I just can't get over a good traditional Christmas cake full of lots of fruit. And we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. So this is my homemade one, and of course, as you know, I make this with toffee vodka, so it's got a little bit of a toffee flavour coming through. And because I want the paste, I'm going to go to the very, very bottom of it, where I've got my milled vanilla pods. Because it is asking for the paste, we're going to give it the paste. Love to know, guys, what's your plans for Christmas cakes this year? Have you got a recipe in mind, or what are you doing? Look it up in the messages, would love to find out. I agree, Kelly, never too early for Christmas. And I don't know if you missed my first bit, but I like to feed my cake. So if you give it at least 6 weeks before you eat it, it gives you time to poke holes in it and pour a little bit more brandy on it. Right, on goes the lid. And we're just going to mix this at speed 8 for 20 seconds, so we're just going to cream it. Here we go. Hey guys, hey Ray, hey Susan. Thanks for joining me. Let's have a look. And of course the secret to a good cake is you want a really nice cream. So if your butter and sugar aren't creamed to a nice consistency, it always pays to repeat it. So that's what we're looking at the moment. So I'm just going to scrape it down. And I just might repeat that step because I really want to get it at a good cream consistency. Goes our lid. So also guys, what I want to talk to you about was we have loads of Christmas classes coming up as well. So if you go to the Thermomix website under events, the Christmas classes are all, or most of them are put up at the moment. So go on and see what's in your local area and come along. So on my screen of my machine, I've just got a repeat button here. So I'm just going to hit repeat and then replay. Yeah. How you guys going? So for our Christmas class out in Auckland, we're running one on November the 30th. It's going to be a combination of demonstration and workshop. So we're going to do the first half of the class showing you some great dishes to put on your table for Christmas Day. And then we're going to break into workshops. So we're going to have 5 or 6 demo mixes around. And we're going to do some gift giving ideas as well. So for those people coming, it's you're going to get a chance to choose a recipe, get hands-on with a 7. And yeah, make some great gift giving ideas as well. So it's going to be a fun class. I'm just going to give this one more round, guys. It's almost there, but it's not quite where it wants to go. Hey Diane, never too late, my sweet. Lovely. Thank you for joining me. I think this is the 3rd year in a row I've made this cake now. I've never made Christmas cakes before, believe it or not. So I'm just going to do one more repeat. I think that's mainly because my mum's tradition is to make the Christmas cake. And so it's always been a mum will bring the Christmas cake scenario. But yeah, she's not able to make the cakes anymore, so I thought I'd give it a go. So 3 years ago, and yeah. Here we go, I think we'll be ready now. That's better. So what I'm looking for there is just a nice light whip. So it's nicely brought together. It's not quite as light and fluffy as I'd normally like it, but that's okay. Alright, what's our next step? We are adding in 4 eggs at room temperature. And of course, when we're using eggs in the Thermomix, we typically use size 7. And remember to keep your eggshells. So when you're doing your self-cleans, drop a couple of eggshells in the bowl along with your water and your dishwashing liquid, and it just gives it that little bit of extra abrasive to do that clean on the bottom. So these will be going to my next self-clean, which I'll be doing straight after the cake. Okay, my 4 eggs in, tick that off, and 30 seconds at speed. Are any of you guys doing a cook along with me? It is the time to be thinking festive, guys. So if you're after some good dishes for Christmas, I really recommend, there is the spiced cherry wreath, which looks amazing and is good. It's really easy to make. You can also make that in scrolls. So instead of making it as the wreath that you traditionally would, roll it up, chop it and cook it into scrolls. Another really good one is the Estonian kringle. That just looks really, really dramatic on the table and it's so easy to make. There you go, nice and easy. There, just scrape the lid off. But if you've got other dishes you're planning on doing for Christmas, please let me know, because I always love trying new things out. Oh, yeah, Vicky, if you've not made the cake before, it's okay to do cook along, but yeah, beautiful cake, really, really good cake. So now we're going to add our fruit. Now again, this is 700 grams of just fruit mix. I have also, as I said, got my cherries in here as well, just so my cherries get a soak in the brandy. This smells very lethal. There's quite a bit of brandy in here. It does make a lot of cake. Oh, look at that, guys. So good. Okay. Oh. So we're going to add 200 grams of flour. It seems to be the golden ratio for a Christmas cake: flour, butter and sugar. Okay. Now my slivered almonds. And we want 100 grams of slivered almonds. Just leave my scissors, this is a bit more, oh no, maybe it's childproof. No, here we go. So that's 70. And we're going to dump it all the way up to 100. Plus some extras for good luck. Now my glacé cherries asked for 150 grams. That's already in my fruit mix, so I'm just going to tick that off. Yeah, I love the instructional videos too, Vicky. So if you're dealing with a dish that you're not sure how to fold or cut or anything, most times the thin mix has got instructional videos on it, so you can actually see what's involved for folding or cutting or whatever you're doing. So we'll tick off the cherries. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of a baking powder. Always double check it's powder, not soda. Been there before. 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I get my cinnamon from the Indian supermarket, it's just a lot cheaper. Henceforth it's in a jar. I'm doubling my spice. So instead of 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, I'll put in half. And same when it comes to mixed spice. So instead of 1/4 of a teaspoon, I'll put in half a teaspoon. I'll show might give it a little bit more. And oh, we need some salt. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And there goes. Okay. So see how this goes? Quite often I find that what I've got to do is stop the machine and then give it a stir with a spatula. So we'll go 20 seconds, reverse speed 4. Halfway through, I'm just going to hit the pause button. Just because the bowl is so full of ingredients, we just want to make sure, oh yeah, it's coming together. Just want to make sure that all of our ingredients are evenly going through. This smells amazing, guys. The problem with Christmas cakes is that you might be tempted to eat it before Christmas. Again, I am speaking from personal experience. Yeah, it's a good cake, guys. Back on there. And then we'll carry on for our last 10 seconds. Hey Rosemary, thanks for joining me. Okay, let's see what we got. Yum. Just going to give it a little bit of a stir. There's a little bit of flour sitting still on the top. So because we are running the blade in reverse, so we're not chopping, we're just stirring. One of the questions I quite frequently get, well, is everything from the Thermomix blended? But of course, in reverse, nah, just does a lovely stir. Alrighty. So we're now going to put this into our prepared tin. And this is quite a thick mixture, as you've seen. And in the instructions, it talks about making sure that your outer layer of baking paper is at least 3 centimeters above the height of your tin. So from what I understand, the purpose of that is that it means that the hot air that's blowing over the cake doesn't actually blow on the cake directly. So yeah, again, we're just preventing the outside of the cake from overcooking because it is such a long bake. Right, so I've got some batter still on my blade. So I'm just going to drop my lid back on. Just clear that off there. Right, so we're just going to exit the recipe just quickly. Go to the blade, go to manual mode. And again, because we're not using the, hey Rosemary, oh, breakfast time in Victoria. Hey, hope you're having a good breakfast. So because we're not putting any heat on, we don't have to set a time. So all I'm going to do is touch my blade speed. I'm going to say go to speed 8, hit play just for a couple of seconds, stop it, and then that'll flick all the excess dough. Flick all the excess dough off my blade. Oh wow, this smells amazing. Okay. And it goes. I'm just going to push it all the way around to the outside. Now to go back to your recipe, if you've got a TM7, guys, all you have to do is hit the little line at the top, the cooking center, and then touch the recipe and it will just pop back in. Okay, so now it says we're going to cook it for 2 hours 20 at 140 degrees. So that long, slow cook. I'm just trying to get my cake nice and evenly layered. So we've got a nice flat top. But if you do make the cake, guys, would love for you to send me a picture and let me know how it goes. And I'm particularly intrigued if you do, if you substitute the brandy out, whether it's for orange juice or ginger ale, whatever you use. Yeah, really interested to see what the inside and the cake looks like, if it makes a difference or not. Alright, here we go. And that's my Christmas cake ready to go in the oven. So it's going to go in for 2 hours 20 at 140 degrees. Hey Chelsea, I'm glad the baby's asleep. Yeah, great cake. Highly recommend you make it, guys. I have made it before. It's my favourite Christmas cake. I know I should diverse a bit and try something new, but it is honestly such a good cake. Anyway, I hope I've inspired you to make the cake. It's really, really easy. And if you can, soak your fruit a lot longer than the recipe asks for. I think you get a much nicer result. And remember too, if you do make it early, just like me, you can feed it. Poke holes in it once it's cooked. Drizzle a couple of tablespoons of brandy. Seal it in an airproof container. And then every week or so, do the same thing. Pour over another tablespoon or two of brandy. So by the time you hit Christmas, the cake is well fed. Yeah, it just tastes amazing and it keeps really, really well. Anyway, guys, have a great day. And yeah, I will catch up with you soon. Come back to my page and I'll put up a picture of my finished cake. I'm just going to put my machine through a quick self-clean, and I'm going to put those eggshells in the bowl with my water and dishwashing liquid just for the extra abrasive action. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I'll catch up with you later. See ya.